Hello everyone, I'm back, and this video is going to talk about Rogers because as you may have noticed on my Twitter or through Facebook or whatever, I was having a big huge complication with Rogers. I have my phone through Rogers, and I wanted to get a new phone, I wanted to get a tablet. And I wanted to get a tablet that would go data only. At the time, that was the plan. And the wife talked me out of getting a tablet because even a 7-inch tablet would be a little too big to carry everywhere. So I looked into the Galaxy Note, which seemed to be an amalgam of a phone and a tablet, and it ended up being so that's good. So I ended up deciding for the Galaxy Note. I still wanted to go data only, which eventually I still want to do in the future. But it just wasn't feasible in terms of money, because it would cost me about $750 to $850 or something with tax and shipping or whatever, however I wanted to get it. And we just didn't have the money at the moment to spend that much money. It just didn't make sense. Even with selling my iPhone and iPad, it wouldn't come to enough, and we couldn't spend the extra money. So we ended up getting a Galaxy Note by doing a new 3-year commitment, which is fine. That's cool. When I have the money, I'll buy out of it or something. I don't know. And then the wife wanted to go Android too, so she got a Galaxy S2 by doing a 3-year contract. So we sold our phones and our iPad and got these devices. Now the thing is when I was told that I could go with this plan, I was told that there would be no catches. There'd be my plan that I had thought out with an operator on Rogers would be the end-all be-all. I won't go into it because it's very long and drawn out, but I made sure a couple times by calling in a couple times that everything would go smoothly. So I go to the store, the Wireless Express in Kingston, Ontario, in the Cataraqui Mall. I don't mind saying it. And the guy helps my wife out the day before, which was great. He did well there. But when he helped me out, he didn't tell me enough information. He didn't tell me that there was going to be a credit check. He ran it without permission. And because of the credit check, my credit limit got reduced on my account, and I ended up having to do a $400 deposit. That because I was not informed that there would be a credit check, or was not given, I didn't give permission, did not ask for permission, it had to be paid. So in the end, I had to pay for the phone upgrade, which was $199 plus tax, and then I also had to pay $400, which I wasn't expecting, because if I knew that, I would have just gone ahead and gotten the tablet on its own without a contract, because it's about the same price. So I was pretty shocked at the time. I didn't complain at the time because I didn't know what was going on. I was kind of freaked out. It was like, what? So I paid the money and had very little left. So a day later, after thinking about things and going, this isn't right. Like, this was a messed up situation. Because my original plan had me using some of the money from the iPhone selling and the iPad selling towards my account to cover the amount of credit on there. There was no money to pay that. So I'm just fixing something so the dog doesn't get into it. So then Rogers calls me the next day as well and says, oh, you owe this much amount on your account, you must pay it now or we're cutting off your phones. And I'm freaking out because I've gone through this whole thing, I've upgraded my phones, and just to be told, one, I had just to deal with the fact that I had a credit check done without permission. I had my credit limit changed, which caused this issue. I have to deal with now the fact that my phone's getting cut off after I just did 2 upgrades on a 3-year contract. Like, hello. It's kind of messed up. So I called and they said, oh, there's nothing really we can do for you. Really? So what was there to do? Well, I decided to tweet. Yeah, I went to tweeting, which is weird. Not a lot of people would think of this. But I know from my social media experience that tweeting can do a lot. It can be pretty effective. Hell, when I was in Montreal on my engagement, when we got engaged in the hotel, I tweeted that we got engaged right in the hotel room, and the hotel gave us some wine and chocolates, which was great. That was great for them. Like, they had that social media presence that said, oh, someone got engaged in our hotel. That's great. And as well as that, we retweeted and said, oh, thank you for the stuff, and we love this hotel. So they got word of mouth and through tweeting. So that's just an example. So I decided to tweet Rogers. I basically said I was pretty frustrated with the, I forgot the quote, what I said, but I made it clear that I was not happy with Rogers in general and Rogers Wireless Express. Then Rogers helps, or like one of the agents in their social media department contacted me and said, can you please email me and let me know the story, what's going on? So I did. I emailed them probably 10 paragraphs worth of information. Sorry, there's WrestleMania live. The press conference is going on, so I emailed him 10 paragraphs worth of this long drawn out story of why things have gone the way they have. And he's like, oh, that's messed up. I'm going to have to send that to our president. So the office of the president called me and said, I wasn't available at the time, so they said, can you please call us back? We want to talk to you about this. So I called them back and I said, and I told them what was going on, and they said, oh, we're going to try to do something for you because it is a pretty bad situation. So at first they were just going to help me get my my credits quicker than I was supposed to, which was just like $100 or something. But then I explained how bad the situation was with the credit limit and the credit check causing a $400 deposit when I was told it wasn't going to happen and everything like that. So eventually, be and end all, they reversed the whole credit check situation, put my credit limit back to $600 on the account, which helped me for the bills on the account, and also took that $400 deposit and applied it straight to the account like I was going to do anyway, and therefore everything was covered. So thanks to Rogers, the presidential department, whatever, department of the president, whatever they're calling it, and the social team, I'm back to being a fan of Rogers. I'm not a fan of Rogers Wireless Express. They, before you say anything, they are a third party or a reseller. They're not actually Rogers, I know this, but when it has Rogers' name on it, then Rogers has to take a certain amount of responsibility because they license their name to them. So it ended up working out. Like, you can go to Rogers. Rogers is great. If you ever have a problem with Rogers and they don't do anything on the phone, I will suggest, contact their Twitter. Their Rogers Helps Twitter. You can search for it. They have a whole bunch of Rogers Helps agents that are on Twitter as well. Contact them and see if they can look over your account and just see what they can do. Because you don't expect anything to happen, but at least it's an option if you ever have an issue. I'd say call first. Call Rogers 611. Call them first and see what they can do first. Talk to a supervisor if you don't get any actions done. But if that's exhausted and you have nowhere to turn, go and tweet it. Say I'm frustrated. Like, what's going on here? Or just contact them directly via their Twitter, and they'll try to help you. That's what they want to do. I wish I was on their team because I would love to do that kind of job, to help people, get them information, and look over their account and make sure things are being done right. That gets my total respect. So end of it all, great that they fixed it. I'm very happy. I'm happy with my Galaxy Note. It's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, that's it. I said I'd do this video blog, so I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll come at you with another one very soon.